Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS and Washington, Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. We're about to dive into some explosive news that could redefine the landscape of the NFC East and shake up the Washington Commanders' entire strategy for the upcoming seasons. And believe me, this isn't just any rumor or speculation. This is a storyline that could very well turn the tide in our favor, especially when it comes to bolstering that critical position, the running back spot, which has been a topic of debate for quite some time now. We're talking about Kenneth Walker, a player whose name has been buzzing in NFL circles lately, and who might soon be donning the burgundy and gold. Yes, you heard that right. Kenneth Walker, the talented running back from Seattle, might be on his way to Washington, and fans, this could be a game changer. Now, to really understand the potential impact of this move, we need to look back at what's been happening around the league and specifically in Seattle, where Walker has been a key figure in their backfield. Seattle, as you all know, has been investing heavily in their running game in recent drafts. In 2022, they picked Kenneth Walker out of Michigan State in the second round, a choice that instantly raised eyebrows because of his talent and potential to be a true difference maker. Then, in the very next draft, they doubled down on the position, selecting Zach Charbonnet out of UCLA in 2023, signaling that they saw a lot of talent and promise in their backfield. And that's exactly what we've seen play out on the field. Walker, despite battling injuries last season, showed flashes of brilliance when healthy. He missed 6 games in total, which gave Charbonnet the chance to step up and carry the load. And boy, did he step up, rushing for over 75 yards from scrimmage in 4 different contests, including some monster games with 107 and 193 yards total. That's impressive production, especially considering Walker's injury setbacks. What this all points to is a team that now has 2 capable starting-level backs, which is a luxury many teams would envy. But of course, in the NFL, when you have 2 talented players at the same position, the question inevitably arises, what's next? And that's where the rumors start flying. Speculation has been swirling about whether Seattle might consider moving one of these backs to better fit their long-term plans, especially now that they've added Damian Martinez in the draft, another promising talent. The idea is that Walker, given his talent and the fact that he's in a contract year, could be a prime candidate for a trade, and Washington seems to be front and center in these discussions. And why wouldn't they be? Washington, as you all know, has been tirelessly working to build a team capable of contending for Super Bowl. They've made some solid moves on offense, but one glaring need remains running back. And that's where Kenneth Walker fits perfectly. Let's be honest, Brian Robinson Jr. had a pretty promising start in 2024, but as the season progressed, he slowed down, and it left fans and coaching staff alike questioning whether he can truly be the lead back for the long haul. What Walker offers that Robinson might lack is that explosive ability, that game-breaking talent that can turn a small gain into a big play. Walker's speed, vision, and pass-catching ability make him a versatile threat, capable of changing the dynamic of the offense entirely. Imagine him in Washington's offense, splitting carries with Robinson, but also being a true home run hitter, a player who can take over a game with 1 run or 1 catch. That kind of explosivity is exactly what this offense needs to elevate it to the next level. Now, folks, let's talk about the financial aspect, because that's always a consideration in these moves. Walker, being in a contract year, makes him a very attractive proposition for the Commanders. He would come at a relatively affordable price compared to some of the other high-dollar backs around the league. Plus, if he performs well here, there's a real possibility he could be the running back of the future in Washington, signing an extension that secures his spot for years to come. It's a win-win. Washington gets a proven playmaker at a reasonable price, and Walker gets a fresh start in a team that's clearly looking to take a big leap forward. And with the front office's aggressive approach in building this roster, especially with the recent additions on offense, Bringing in a player like Walker makes perfect sense. Now, for the Seahawks, this move could be driven by a combination of factors. They've invested heavily in their backfield, and with Damian Martinez now in the mix and Zach Charbonnet proving he can handle a significant workload, it's understandable that they might consider moving Walker if they see the opportunity to get valuable draft capital or fill other needs. Plus, the fact that Walker has been somewhat in and out of the lineup due to injuries makes them think about the long-term health of their roster. They might see a trade as an opportunity to get something valuable in return while still maintaining a competitive team. And for Washington, this is a golden opportunity. The team has been steadily improving, but the running back position has been a lingering question mark. Brian Robinson Jr. showed promise, but his inconsistency and the lack of that game-changing explosiveness have held the offense back at times. Adding Kenneth Walker would give the Commanders a serious boost, especially in the passing game where Walker's ability to catch out of the backfield could open up new options for Jaden Daniels. Remember, Daniels has been developing into a solid quarterback, and with a dynamic running back like Walker, this offense could become much more unpredictable and dangerous. The defense is already solid, and with a more potent offense, the Commanders could turn into a real contender in the NFC. Now, I want you to imagine the scene if this trade actually happens. Washington fans would be buzzing, the media would be talking nonstop about the new backfield duo, and Walker's playmaking ability would immediately elevate the team's offensive identity. It's not just about adding talent, it's about making a statement that this team is serious about winning now. And with the NFC East as competitive as ever, every move counts. Philadelphia keeps strengthening their roster, Dallas remains a tough opponent, and the Giants are looking to bounce back. So Washington needs to make these bold moves to stay ahead or at least keep pace. Acquiring someone like Kenneth Walker sends a clear message: we're here to compete and we're not holding back. And let's not forget the history of the franchise. The Commanders have always been about fierce competition, resilience, and making strategic moves that can turn the tide. This potential acquisition fits right into that narrative. It's about maximizing the talent we have, filling in the gaps, and putting together a roster that can challenge for a Super Bowl. Walker's addition would not only boost the running game, but also energize the entire offensive unit, giving the team a new dimension that defenses would have to respect and prepare for. So, as we watch this story unfold, remember that NFL trades can happen fast, and sometimes the most unexpected moves turn out to be the biggest game changers. The idea of Kenneth Walker in Washington isn't just a rumor. It's a real possibility that could reshape our season outlook. The front office is always looking for ways to improve, and if they believe Walker can help us reach the promised land, I wouldn't be surprised if we see this deal materialize sooner rather than later. This is the kind of move that can define a franchise's direction for years to come, and for Washington fans, it's an exciting time filled with hope and anticipation. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think Kenneth Walker would be the perfect fit for our offense? Would you like to see the team pull the trigger on this trade? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. Remember, this is a channel built on passion and love for this franchise, and your voice is what keeps us going. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more insights, and more news about the Washington Commanders. So stay tuned, stay excited, and let's keep pushing forward together. This is more than a team, it's a family, and every move we make is about building a future that we can all be proud of. Thanks for being part of this journey, and I'll see you in the next video.